Thank you.
सर मेरी नेता प्रतिपक्ष से एक गुजारिश है, जब बजट पर गंभीर चर्चा चल रहा है, वित्त राज्य मंत्री तो मौजूद हो। मेरी आपसे विनम्र गुजारिश है, वित्त राज्य मंत्री को तो यहाँ बिठाइए।
So the next speaker, Mr. Saket Gokhale.
Thank you, sir. So I've heard a lot of speeches over the last couple of days. Lots from that side because they get more time. So there is one thing we're not taking seriously. And I have to say this, sir, our economy is in serious trouble. Our economy is very shaky today, just like this shaky coalition that came to power in June 2024. So when a wall is infested with termites, putting even 2047 layer of paints is not going to fix that wall. The termites will continue to hollow that wall until that wall falls down. That is the state of our economy today, sir. It is rotten and crumbling from the inside. And in this budget, the Honorable Finance Minister has tried to put 2047 layers of paint on this wall, but the wall of this economy is going to crumble unless something serious is done. So my simple assertion here is that the Modi government has committed a serious criminal offense against the people of India and against our economy. Therefore, sir, this is the charge sheet being filed by me today on behalf of the people of India against the government for destroying the Indian economy. The accused in this charge sheet is the Modi government, and the judges, of course, are the people of India. So the case is called the people versus the Modi government. Let me now tell you the chronology. The criminal activity of this accused started on 8th November 2016 when the Prime Minister showed up on our TV screens and in one swoop of the knife announced the disastrous decision called demonetization. So demonetization killed the one important thing that investors look for, which is stability. After this demonetization, private investors lost faith in the Indian economy. As a result, the amount of private investment in the Indian economy started falling. Now the problem is that when businesses don't invest, businesses cannot grow. And the Modi government then realized that when a business does not grow, that business cannot contribute funds to their party kitty. Therefore, in 2019, the Modi government drastically slashed the taxes on corporates. We have come to a bizarre point in our economy today, sir, where income tax paid by Indian citizens is higher than the tax paid by corporates. After slashing corporate tax, the Modi government hoped that corporates would start putting those savings into the economy. But that did not happen. So corporates completely lost faith in the ability of the Modi government to run the economy. Therefore, instead of making new investments, corporates started using their savings from tax cuts to pay off existing debts, or they started putting them in their own reserves. They did not invest in the market even after this tax cut.
Shame, shame.
So now, due to the lack of corporate investment, there was a lack of jobs in the market because no new jobs were being created. Due to this, today, sir, unemployment in India is at a 45 level year high. Lack of investment in the economy led to a fall in the supply of goods, sir, naturally. And lack of employment resulted in people having no money, which killed demand and consumption. So this was followed by the devastating COVID-19 pandemic, which was again imposed by PM Modi, announcing on TV at 8 p.m. that after 12 o'clock, everything's going to be locked down. We saw migrants losing their jobs, walking thousands of kilometers back to their villages from cities. So now the Modi government could have fixed this during the pandemic by putting more money into people's pockets, either through tax cuts or through a stimulus. So we saw in the United States that, Madam, you're new in Parliament, learn and then you can comment on what's unparliamentary.
Go ahead.
So like the United States, the government could have put money into the pockets of people. Instead of doing that, the government did nothing. So instead, the government decided to compensate for lack of demand from people by artificially creating demand through government spending. This spending is called capital expenditure or CapEx. How did the government raise money for this spending? It did so by heavily taxing the people of India. So CapEx spending creates shiny new infrastructure, highways like this new parliament building we're sitting in, like this harebrained central vista that this government has planned. So in the middle of a broken economy, they're spending crores of rupees on creating all of these things.
Shame, shame.
Problem with capex spending, sir, is it does not create jobs across sectors. Capex spending of thousands of crores by the government led to a sudden rise in the supply of money, liquidity, which led to inflation. Prices of goods started to go up. The Modi government brought our economy to a point where people have no money left, but inflation is rapidly increasing, which has led to price rise. So we are in this stage of economics called stagflation. It's stagnancy plus inflation. Today, the total amount of loans given by banks is much higher than the number of deposits made by people in banks. Question is, if people are taking loans, why are they not spending that money on consumption? The reason for that is that people are taking new loans either to meet their basic needs or to pay off existing debts. The amount of outstanding unsecured loans like credit cards and personal loans in our economy today, sir, is equal to a shocking 62 lakh crores.
Shame.
That represents 35% of India's GDP. Sadly, sir, the words inflation, unemployment, price rise do not find a mention in the finance minister's speech. So forget that even promises made in the last budget 7 months ago have been conveniently disappeared from this budget. In the last budget, the finance minister announced the PM internship scheme, where the target was to offer 1,25,000 internships in private companies to the youth. What is the current status, sir? She didn't say in her speech. Only 10,000 internships out of a target of 1,25,000 have been provided.
Shame.
That is less than 10% of the target that has been met. So now in this budget also several new schemes have been announced. This is the pattern, sir. The finance minister will come announce 20 new schemes in the budget and hope that by the next budget people have forgotten about the previous schemes. So you don't have to give a status update, just keep announcing new schemes, but there's no follow-up on any of that. So this Modi government in December 2023 passed the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita after suspending 146 MPs in this house. So therefore, I'm going to read out the charges against this government based on the sections of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita because nobody really knows about the details of this thing. So in the matter of people versus the Modi government, Section 212, offence of furnishing false information. In a budget speech, the Honorable Finance Minister announced a major income tax relief. Good. However, while announcing it, she declared that the government was foregoing a revenue of rupees 1 lakh crore through this tax relief. How true is this? So the tax revenue of the union government this year was 25 lakh crore. In the next year, according to the budget, the tax revenue is going to increase to 28 lakh crore. It's going to go up. The revenue deficit of the government last year was 1.9% of GDP. That GDP, the finance minister said, in the next budget is going to fall to 1.5% of GDP. So in simple terms, the government is going to earn more from taxes in this budget. How is it going to do this? By compensating for the reduction in income taxes through GST and other indirect taxes through which people are going to be extorted. So only 2.2% of India's population pays income tax, benefits from it. 100% of the population pays GST, sir. When you take money through GST, everybody is going to get impacted by that. So in the matter of people versus the Modi government, Section 67, criminal conspiracy. So in 2021, my leader Mamata Banerjee and the people of my state, West Bengal, resoundingly defeated the BJP in the assembly elections. Yes. So despite the constant efforts to target and defame the people of Bengal, PM Modi's BJP cannot win against Mamata Banerjee. After the BJP's loss, the Modi government started depriving the state of Bengal of her rightful dues by withholding payment. Under various schemes like Manrega and Awas Yojana, Bengal's dues of over 1.75 lakh crore have been withheld by the Modi government. So this is the criminal conspiracy hatched by the Modi government of depriving Bengal just because our people don't vote for them. Section 308, extortion. The Modi government is extorting the people of India through blood-sucking taxes like the GST. People's incomes are being extorted from them by imposing GST on everything under the sun. So even something as simple as health and life insurance premiums have not been exempted. My Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee last year wrote a letter requesting that the 18% GST on insurance be removed. This government has still not done that. So instead of the license Raj, today we have the GST Raj. Companies across India live in the dread of the GST inspector who will find the smallest violation and will then extort huge fines from them. The purpose of this extortion from corporates is to encourage them to quietly donate crores. I'm not yielding, sir. I'm not yielding. I'm sorry, I'm not yielding. Sir, he can have his chance later.
One minute,
I said I'm not yielding. No, I'm not yielding, sir. I'm categorically not yielding. I'm categorically not yielding. Sir, no need to get insecure, Mr. Nadda. You will have your chance. I request you, Nadda, this is not going to help you win elections. Which are unparliamentary. This is not going to help you win elections. He should have at least the decency of having a better debate. Absolutely. I'm sorry to say,
I'm
the
sorry
Leader of
to
the
say
House.
that the standard of debate has been reduced
Mr.
to
Vice
such a
Chairman,
level
I'm not yielding.
that the expression and the words which are being used
My time is not
are
being paused.
unparliamentary. I will request to you
My time is not being
better advise
paused.
the member to
My
use
time
the
is
words
not being paused, sir.
to use the parliamentary words, number one.
time is not
Number
being
two,
paused.
remove all the
You've taken a minute
unparliamentary
of my
words
time.
used by the member.
In this,
Yes, sir, we will consider that. Sir, go ahead, sir. Please go ahead. You have
I
2
lost a
minutes.
minute of my time, sir.
No, you
That'll
go
be
ahead.
given to us.
Finish, please finish.
Sir, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Mr. Nadda,
Sir, no, please.
Sir, the
No
Honorable
personal
Leader of the
exchanges.
House
Go ahead.
is understandably insecure of the 26 elections in West Bengal.
Yes.
The frustration is coming out, but that's okay. Mamata Banerjee is going to win again. Delhi did not have Trinamool Congress, madam. Section 351, criminal intimidation. From students to journalists to an average Indian posting on social media, everyone lives under the constant threat of criminal intimidation by the Modi government.
Yes.
You criticize the government, you're punished. So minorities in our country live in a state of constant dread and fear of the government.
Yes.
So now I have to say something very important which the Leader of the House might be interested in. So the ministers in this government are afraid of the non-biological leader. Which is why today they have to name a train as Namo Bharat. Minister will launch a train called Namo Bharat. Minister ko credit nahi, Prime Minister will come and wave the flag. Sir, I understand the predicament. They're scared of their own leaders, sir. This is the level of criminal intimidation in this country. I feel bad for them because they open their mouth, the axe is going to fall on them. So I understand, Mr. Nadda, you have to do your job. So in the matter of people versus Narendra Modi, Section 318, cheating. In the last 11 years, the Modi government has been systematically cheating the people of India. They've even found a new word to describe it called Jumla. PM Modi's promise to create 2 crore jobs, Jumla. PM Modi's promise to double farmers' income by 22, Jumla. So short-term cheating has now turned into long-term cheating. Therefore, in this union budget, you'll find the term Viksit Bharat 2047. The cheating is not short-term now. The cheating is now till 2047. You have to wait for it. So all I have to say at the end is this. The jury in this, he took 1 minute of mine. I'm going to take 1 minute.
Finish. Kindly conclude.
Sir,
Kindly conclude.
I have to very simply, in this charge sheet, sir, juries are normally 12 people. You're a senior advocate, as you know.
Kindly conclude.
In this matter, sir, the jury is the 1.6 billion people of India. And I'll tell you something, Gopal Krishna Gokhale said, what Bengal thinks today, India thinks tomorrow. Now Saket Gokhale is saying that in 2026 in Bengal, the BJP will be cleaned out and thrown out by Mamata Banerjee. And what Bengal does in 2026, India will repeat that rest of the country. Thank you, sir.